Good evening, Jackets fans, and welcome to tonight's game between the Columbus Blue Jackets 19U and the Chicago Hawks 19U here at the John Lindell Ice Center in Royal Oak, Michigan. Glad to have you with us tonight. Jackets coming off a 3-1 victory this afternoon against St. Clair Shores. We won 3-0. Jackets now facing off against the Chicago Bruins. The Chicago Bruins come in with a record of 15-6-2. That's good enough for 7th in the nation. The Jackets at 14-10-2 for 50th in the nation. And the Jackets have one loss and one tie and one win against the Bruins all time. That win coming at the 16U level. For the 19U level, the last two games have been a loss and a tie. Jackets tied them 3-3 and then a 5-3 loss. So this game is always played close between the Jackets. We're glad to have you with us on a balmy Friday night. Jackets looking to start off with Day, Taylor, Lemmerbrock, Davies, and Hayden. Molly Binsky going to get that nod between the pipes today. We're happy to have up here with us from South Bend, Indiana, the Wheeler family. Jason, Stacy, and Audrey. And the Jackets. There's the Wheeler family. And we're underway here. First period. Face-off control by Columbus, but Reagan Davies with it now across the blue line. Davies fires it in. It'll be a glove save and a whistle early on for the Jackets. Hey, welcome Molly Loftus for tuning in. Glad to have you here with us. Jackets control the faceoff. Davies fires it high and above the net. Goalie didn't see it. Davies will chase it down at the corner. Davies now on her knees, fires, and that gets a goal! Reagan Davies! For her knees, 14:38 into the first period. Jackets with the go-ahead goal. Davies from the hash marks on her knees, and she makes no mistake. Reagan Davies with the goal. The 14:38 mark here of the first period. Jackets early goal. Davies on her knees in the circle. It just lifted the puck up and over the shoulder of the Chicago Bruins goalie. And the Jackets strike first blood here early on. What a boost this will be for Columbus. Jackets breaking for the. There's Avery Lemmerbrock on a breakaway. And it's too far ahead of her. She can't control it. Covered up by the Bruins, and the Jackets looking to double things up here early on in the first. We've only played 44 seconds. Jackets already on top thanks to Reagan Davies. Now Loftus out there with Rumpke and Folk, Prahl and Talibi on the back end for Columbus. Talibi will keep that in. Columbus fires it in. That puck out in front. Folk fires it in, and that puck is sticked aside by Chicago. Prahl now with it. Prahl will dump it in behind the net, but not hard enough, and Rumpke will chase after it. Prahl breaks it up at neutral ice, right-hand side in front of Chicago Benson. Prahl will just dump it in. Rumpke on the forecheck along with Elena Prahl. Talibi cutting things off along the near side half boards. Stretch pass for Chicago. Back they come the other way. Loftus and Talibi now 2-on-1 developing. Shot will come in. Binsky sees that go high and wide of her right. 13:25 left in the period. First period between the Chicago Bruins and your Columbus Blue Jackets. Early goal by Reagan Davies. Here come Chicago Bruins down the right-hand side. Bruins fired in. It's easily picked up now by Bella Talibi. Left-hand side, Talibi skates around one. Talibi is pressured. That puck will squirt out. The Bruins are going to pick it up. And they come back the other way. Miller back on defense. She Flicks that ahead to Talibi. Talibi can't make anything happen. The Chicago Bruins look to dump it in. No icing here as Reagan Davies behind the net. She'll find Talibi. Talibi now to Miller. Miller has got Thomas on the right-hand side. Thomas can't control that pass. She'll chase it into the far side corner. Stick lift now and wrapped around by Chicago. Talibi goes down in a heap. That puck is chipped out of the zone, but Reagan Davies will corral it. Looking for Miller. Miller at center ice. Miller backhands it. Can't get it to Thomas. Good effort here by the Jackets early on. Miller pressuring the puck along with Talibi. Good work by those two, but Chicago comes away with it. Thomas can't poke check it away. And here comes Chicago down the right-hand side. Nice poke check by Hayden. Hayden with it again, and now Hayden with speed. She gets squeezed off the play. The Bruins now are going to stretch that pass. We're going to get an icing call on Chicago. At the 11:43 mark, we'll get the whistle. It's 1-0 Jackets. Reagan Davies from her knees. Lighting the lamp for the Jackets. Marianne Linscott. Yes, that's Poppy's grandparents tuning in. Man, I tell you what, you're always in with every game. We're glad to have you with us. Thanks for supporting the girls and watching. And looks like Drea Prawl is also tuning in. And, man, I wish we were able to have a few drinks at the Tesla Lounge. Here's Addison Taylor now. Taylor fires. That puck on the rebound is in front and can't be scooped up by Jenna Day. Prawl tries to cut it off. Jenna Day gets tripped behind the play. Hayden now. Good work by her as Binsky leaves it for Hayden on the backhand now. Both teams jumping. This game's got a lot of pep to it. Prawl behind the net, and we're going to get our first penalty of the game. It's going to be a tripping call against the Jackets, and the Jackets are going to be shorthanded here at the 11:07 mark. And that's going to be Elena Prawl to the box for tripping. And now the Jackets are going to have to kill off an odd man advantage for Chicago. Face off to the right of Molly Binsky between the pipes for your Jackets tonight. Jenna Day controls that face off. Now behind the net, Reagan Davies. Davies now squeezed off, but she's going to come away with the puck. Great work by Davies. Davies now just killing the play behind her. Oh, net. Far side corner. Davies battles. As the the Chicago Bruins look to set up here. I keep saying the Hawks because that's where Audrey Wheeler plays. Out front looking for that one-timer in the slot area from behind the net, but the puck goes just wide. Cross-ice pass. Shot and fired just wide, and now Taylor will give chase along the half-board. She's pressured by 2. 43 left on the power play, and this puck is going to go wide, and we'll get an icing call here, and the Jackets will take this opportunity to change up lines. Folk Loftus, Davies, and Travers on for the PK. 39 seconds left in Elena Prawl's tripping minor. Face off to the left of Binsky. Face off controlled by Chicago. Chicago go D to D. Down low into the hash marks. Shot saved by Binsky. She takes exception to Chicago coming in and the extra love tap there, but it's all for nothing. Binsky makes the save. 10:01 left in the first. 24 seconds left in the PK for the Jackets. And again, Chicago trying to go tape to tape. Cycle it down low along the half boards. Now out to the point. Chicago, 12 seconds. They go cross ice. Puck can't be controlled. And finally now behind the net, Chicago with it. Davies on the poke check. Good work by her with 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. And the Jackets successfully kill off the penalty. Back to even strength now. That puck is shot and goal over Binsky. Binsky dropped. And they fired the puck over Binsky's right shoulder. And at the 9:31 mark, Chicago get on the board. We got a tie game here between the Jackets and the Chicago Bruins. Loftus, Rumpke, and Folk out for the faceoff. And that was after the power play had expired. That was an even strength goal. Folk whiffs on it. Finally tries to shovel it ahead to Loftus. Rumpke can't corral it. Finally Loftus with it. She'll just backhand it into the zone, and Folk will give chase on the forecheck along with Loftus and Rumpke. Puck wrapped around the far side. Kept in by Lily Talibi. Rumpke's pushed off it, and Loftus goes in on the forecheck. Puck makes it only as far as Prahl, but it jumps over her stick. Elena Prahl just backhands it into the zone. Chicago can't clear it. Rumpke feathers it back into the zone, and stretch pass only as far as Elena Prahl. That puck goes off of Loftus, right? Chicago. Molly Binsky has to make that save. Good save by Molly. Miller now with it, left-hand side. Miller trying to find Folk, but unable to do so, and here come Chicago Bruins back the other way. Davies will chase it down. Far side corner. Davies stretching it out, looking for Talibi. That puck is going to travel the length of the ice. We're going to get an icing call against the Jackets. Stoppage of play here with the whistle at 8:09 left in the first. Knotted up at ones between the Jackets and the Chicago Bruins. All three captains on the ice: Miller, Binsky, and Davies. Miller for the faceoff to the left of Molly Binsky. Miller wins the faceoff, controlled by the Jackets. Talibi corrals it against the board. She just flips it ahead. Sarah Thomas now will chase it down. No icing called as the Chicago Bruins pick it up. Miller on the poke check. And now Davies with it. Davies can't find that shot as she was pressured by three Chicago Bruins. Cross ice now. Miller can't get it. Thomas will give chase, and that puck will go up and out of play. We'll get a whistle. 7:40 left in the first. Jackets take this opportunity to get a line change in. This faceoff will be inside the Bruins zone to the left of the Bruins netminder. Day can't control the faceoff. Picked up by Lemmerbrock. And a great pad save as Lemmerbrock on the backhand. Couldn't jam it home from close range. Puck will be sticked aside by the Bruins netminder. And Bruins now behind their own net. Off the boards, but kept in nicely by Davies. That puck on the rebound, and Jenna Day can't pull the trigger. She finally does, but it goes off the skate. And now Gracie Travers is going to have to chase back as the Bruins. Nice job by Gracie Travers on the poke check. Travers goes down in a heap. That puck goes high and wide. Travers now on her knees. She finally gets up. She's going to limp back to the bench. Meanwhile, Reagan Davies will collect it behind her own net. Davies looking for a defenseman who's not there as Hayden had to step on, and now the Bruins join some offensive zone pressure. Puck broken up by Hayden nicely, but can't clear it out. And good save by Binsky on the deflection there. Lemmerbrock picks it up. She'll flip it out to Taylor. Taylor tries to backhand between the legs, but unsuccessful, and the Bruins will collect the puck and dump it in. No offside here. And now Hayden with a free out. The Jackets can stretch this out. Taylor up to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock left-hand side. Lemmerbrock back to Taylor. Taylor fires it behind the net, looking for the rebound for Day. Picked up by the Bruins now. As the Bruins try to cycle outside of their zone. Picked off by Taylor. Good work by Addison Taylor for the Jackets. Jackets unable to control, and the Bruins come away with it. Rumpke will pressure neutral ice, but the Bruins stretch pass. That's going to go high and wide, and we're going to get an offside call. Oh, really? There is no icing on that? Nobody touched the puck. Clown show. Jackets now with Loftus right-hand side in front of her own bench. She'll dump it in. Elena Prawl steps up. Elena Prawl on the left-hand side, on her backhand, against the board. She dumps it in low. Focal. Pressure on the forecheck. Jackets can't keep it in the zone. Actually, they do, thanks to Cindy Loftus. 5:12 left in the first, tied up between the Jackets and the Bruins. Traditionally, the Jackets and the Bruins always play a pretty tight game. Here are the Bruins out of their own zone. Stretch pass now. That is going to go the length of the ice. This time, they're actually going to get it right and call the icing. So glad to see the referees are now paying attention. Maybe somebody needs to get them a shot of Red Bull. Miller, Talibi, and Thomas on for the Jackets. Lily, Talibi, and Davies on the blue line. Miller for the faceoff. Miller's tied up in the faceoff circle. Talibi will control the puck out to her sister. Lily fired in and blocked. Now Davies will have to get back. Right-hand side, here come the Bruins. 3-on-2. Binsky covers that up. No rebound, and we're going to get a face-off to Binsky's left with 4:35 to go in the first period. A lot of back and forth after those two early goals. Miller wins it to Davies. Davies is jackknifed, no call. Easily been a penalty there, but referees see it otherwise, and Bruins control the puck on the backhand. The Bruins coming in, poked it aside from Binsky. Good active work by Binsky with her stick, and that puck flicked in behind the net. Binsky covering that near post. As the Bruins try to cycle it in, that goes off the outside of the net. Now Miller will pressure in the far side corner. Davies chases it down to the far side half board. She just chips it up and not out as Thomas can't corral it. And now Lily Talibi near side boards. Talibi looking for her sister Bella, but kept in nicely by Chicago. Out front, that puck cleared out by Reagan Davies. Bella Talibi throws it ahead. Nice work by Reagan Davies to clear the line because that puck was sitting in the crease. And all it had to do was take a touch, and it would have been a goal. Jenna Day now with the puck. She tries to find Taylor, but good active stick by Chicago. Chicago's going to dump that in, and we're going to get an icing call on Chicago with 3:16 left here in the first. Jenna Day with Addison Taylor and Avery Lemmerbrock, along with Elena Prawl and Najla Hayden, and that puck is going to be picked up by Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock can't pull the trigger. Prawl fires and misses. Hits off the heel of her stick. Picked up by Taylor. Taylor now looking for Day. Day will dump it into the corner, looking for Lemmerbrock, but Lemmerbrock was in front of the net. Kept in, whiffed by Hayden. That puck will skip out. Here comes Chicago back the other way. Nice poke check by Elena Prawl. Taylor now 3-on-2 developing with Day. Day can't find Taylor, and that puck was jumping around on Jenna Day's stick, and she just could not find the pass. Poke check now by Hayden on the Bruin. Takes her to the outside. That puck goes high and out of the zone. Elena Prawl with it now. Prawl banks it off the boards. Find Jenna Day. Day now for Lemmerbrock, right-hand side. Lemmerbrock with pace. Lemmerbrock tries to bank it to herself off the end boards. She'll chase it in with 2:19 left in the period. Good work by the Jackets to transition into the offensive zone. Now here they come back the other way. Talibi on the poke check. Good work by her. She's offside. Great work by Bella Talibi. And she was the only one back, and she offered up the poke check, and that caused the offside with 2:06 left in the first. Jackets and Chicago Bruins knotted up at ones. Loftus out there for the draw. Controlled by the Bruins. Bruins now far side. They'll whack it in. No icing. Davies now for Rumpke. Rumpke, she's pinned against the boards. Davies comes away with it, looking for that stretch pass. She tries to find Folk. Folk gets it on her forehand. Folk now trying to find that pass, and stick is lifted. Rumpke can't get it, and Davies will loop back around into her own zone. And here comes Chicago. Loftus, good work by her. That'll leave it for Talibi. Talibi collects it. Rumpke can't chip it out of the zone. That puck fired high and into the net. We're going to get a whistle with 1:25 left in the first period. 1-1 your score between the Chicago Bruins and your Columbus Blue Jackets 19U girls. The CCM World Invite, the John Lindell Ice Center. Jackets now lose that face-off. That puck hits off a few skates, and finally Loftus is able to get it. Hayden with speed now, right-hand side. Hayden will just chip it ahead. It goes off a skate. No icing called. Folk in, but she can't get the puck. She'll fall down, and here come the Bruins. 1-on-2, back the other way. Molly Binsky, glove save. You heard the leather. She flashed it right out of Judas Priest right there. Hell bent for leather. Molly Binsky, 2-on-1, and she is equal to the task with 56.5 left here in the first. Miller can't win the faceoff. Bruins control. That puck goes in, but Miller blocks it. Hayden now battles behind her man, and Prawl for Bella Talibi looking for Miller. That puck is picked off by the Bruins. High and wide of Binsky's flashing glove. And now we got Bella Talibi on the breakaway. Here we go, Bella Talibi from Reagan Davies. Talibi fires. Oh, and a glove save, and she can't drive it home in the waning seconds of the first period. And that puck is going to go the length of the ice, and we're going to get an icing call on the Bruins. Talibi on the breakaway. Couldn't settle the puck and find the back of the net, but good effort by the Jackets on the transition, and great look by Davies to hit Talibi on the tape, and Talibi can't bury it, but the faceoff will be in the offensive zone of the Jackets. Lauren Miller in now for the faceoff draw. She wins it back cleanly, so cleanly, in fact, that the Jackets will have to go and collect it back in their own zone. Faceoff will be in the neutral ice area here as Bella Talibi was late getting back. We'll get an offside whistle. 15.1 left here in the period. That face-off should be over here. I'm not quite sure why they're bringing it back, but Miller wins it again. It's consecutive face-off wins by your captain. Puck will squirt out with 3, 2, and 1, and now Thomas will collect it. The buzzer will sound at the end of one. It's tied 1-1 between the Jackets and the Bruins. And quite an impressive goal by Reagan Davies, scoring from her knees from the face-off circle to go top shelf. And we're going to get an ice cut, it looks like, here. They cut the ice after every 2 periods, so we'll get an ice cut here between the first and the second. And then between the second and the third, that'll just be about a minute in between. So at the end of one, it is the Jackets 1 and the Chicago Bruins 1. Don't go away. Second period action is right around the corner. Stay tuned for more Columbus Blue Jackets hockey. Okay, Jackets fans, we are waiting for the Zamboni to finish, and while we do, we'll just remind you that the Jackets were victorious earlier today against the St. Clair Shore Saints by a score of 3-0. And what a game that was to start off this CCM World Invite. Jackets facing off here against the Chicago Bruins were knotted up at ones at the end of one. The first intermission, Zamboni's on the ice, and tomorrow, the Jackets will play the Anaheim Lady Ducks at 12 p.m. So if you can't make it to the rink, we hope you'll make it to your computer or mobile device and sign in, watch, or listen as we bring you this simulcast on Facebook and YouTube. Happy to have you with us. The Jackets and the Bruins have only faced one team this year that was the same. So they both have faced off against the Naperville Sabres, and both of them won. The Chicago Bruins beat them the first game of the season 9-1, and the Jackets up at Trine University beat the Naperville Sabres by a score of 5-3. And if you remember correctly, that was a game that the Jackets just didn't have a whole lot of energy going. They have a lot of jump today. They're up for this Bruins game. So, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Scott Masters. I'm glad that I'm getting you fired up. I'm hoping that you've got this up on the big screen and you and Karen are watching. And also to Kevin Loftus, and it's an honor to have you watching, sir. So we will have to visit Mother Stewart's again. It's been a while, but we do appreciate you actually watching the broadcast and seeing Cindy Lou out there. She's had a great weekend so far. You've got to be proud of her. And, hopefully we'll see you at the rink one of these days. I know your schedule's busy, but we were lucky enough to have Scott Masters and Karen Masters last weekend with us. So from the Youngstown, Warren, Ohio area, they came out to watch some games last weekend, so we do thank them for that. But we thank all of our viewers, all of our listeners for tuning in and supporting this girls' hockey program. And hockey in Central Ohio, this is really the only team going, so no other team really for the girls to play for. So not the same for the Chicago area. Obviously lots of teams in there, but second period now is looking to get underway. 15 minutes on the clock. Both teams are still in the dressing room. The referees are coming out. And I don't know if he's listening or not, but if there's a JP Joubert out there listening, thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man. It's always good. And like I said earlier, one of our friends from the North American Lady Alliance, the goalie from that team, it's a summer team that we played with, quite a few girls from Columbus played with, is here supporting and watching the Jackets. So this hockey community is a community that, I don't know, you just don't get in any other sport. There is a camaraderie here. There is an embrace the suck when you are at a cold rink in the middle of the winter and you're braving whiteout conditions with icy roads and people are staying home. But what are you doing? You're driving to a hockey rink so that your girls can have the opportunity to play. So we all kind of band together with that. And so whenever we get a chance to watch our friends play, we try to do so because not only is it important to us, but it's important to them. And, you know, this is more than just a game. It's a community and a family. So we're very happy to have the Wheelers up here with us from South Bend. So we appreciate their efforts to come to the rink. And we're going to try to catch them tomorrow as they play for the Chicago. They play for the, oh, my God, and I can't even remember the name of the team. But they play for a Chicago team, and this is bad that I'm forgetting. But we're going to go watch them play tomorrow, hopefully at like 9 a.m. But the Jackets will be facing off against the Lady Ducks at 12 at the Viking Ice Arena. Arena we've never been to, but we've never been here to the John Lindell Ice Arena. Kevin and Jeannie watching from Springfield, Ohio. Woohoo! You get a shout out to all the millions of fans that are tuned in. I hope you're enjoying one of your fantastic brews. I know we will be very shortly. I mean, what else are you going to do on a Friday night? There's Jackets hockey on. And it's girls hockey. And it's good hockey. Referee's getting the whistle going here. They want to get the festivities underway for the second period. 15 minutes up on the clock. Molly Binsky remains in the net for the Jackets. Jackets successfully kill off a tripping minor to Elena Prawl in the first. So good work by the penalty killing units of Columbus. We'll start this period, even strength 5-on-5. Jackets in their home whites going from right to left here in the second period. Sorry, from left to right. Military left to military right. And the Bruins in their away dark black going from right to left. Lemmerbrock, Taylor, Day out there with Talibi and Davies. Referees are ready, and they've dropped the puck, and we're underway. And right away, Lemmerbrock with the puck. Picked off by Davies. Davies can't keep it up, though. She falls to the ice, and that's exactly how she scored. Back the other way. That puck is off of Talibi's stick, high and out of play. We'll get a whistle. 15 seconds into the second period. If you are live, please do comment on either Facebook or YouTube. And as a matter of fact, Ricky Ricard Jr. has done just that. So thank you, sir, for tuning in. We're happy to have you. You're another one of our devoted listeners, and we appreciate it. Here goes Addison Taylor, left-hand side. Taylor on the breakaway, on her forehand. Taylor fires, and it's blockered away. Big save as Taylor can't convert, but good action here by the Jackets. Talibi gets dumped, and now Davies will have to skate back in her own zone as one of the Bruins tripped over the blue line. Stretch pass out of the zone. Makes it as far as Taylor. Taylor, right-hand side. Taylor ushers it ahead, but she can't chase it down. Talibi pinches in. That puck will be squirted out of the zone by Chicago. Length of the ice now. No icing as Davies collects the puck. Davies along the end boards. Reagan Davies banks it off the boards looking for Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock leaves it for Day. Jenna Day now right-hand side. She's got Taylor on the left-hand side. Jenna Day will just dump it into the zone for the forecheck. Jenna Day takes a big hit. Gives a big hit. No call on the play. The referee's letting him go. That puck will squirt out, and Chicago will pick it up. Long stretch pass is going to go length of the ice. No icing. There's Bruins now with a 3-on-2 opportunity out front to the top of the circle. That puck is going to be off of Lemmerbrock's stick and into the glove of Molly Binsky. So we'll get a whistle here at the 13:34 mark of period number 2. Folk, Rumke, and Loftus out, along with Hayden and Elena Prawl. Molly Binsky in net. And where's Beatrice Binsky? Where's Beatrice? I hope you're listening, Beatrice. We haven't seen you comment yet, but if you are listening, as we hope that you are, that puck goes across Molly's goal mouth, but always wide of the net. Jackets clear the zone to neutral ice. Chicago Bruins going D to D. This puck is going to go all the way down for an icing, and the Jackets have an offensive zone faceoff with 13:07 left in the period. Loftus, Folk, and Rumke out for the draw. We haven't seen a big slapper from Hayden lately. We need to see Najla just get a hold of one. There's one, and on a tip in front And Rumpke couldn't tip it enough. Back the other way come the Bruins, 3-on-2 developing. Prahl drives her man on the outside. That puck is whiffed, and finally Rumpke gets it as that puck squirted out. It's too far ahead of Folk. That puck will travel the length of the ice. We'll get an icing call now on the Jackets with a face-off coming back to the defensive zone of Columbus. Jackets are going to line change in here. Be Miller, Thomas, and Bella Talibi, along with Davies and Lily Talibi. Round out your line change for the Jackets. Controlled by the Bruins. From the point, that puck tipped out in front. That can't be corralled. It's loose puck in front. It's going to go the length of the ice. We're going to get an icing call on the Jackets, just trying to clear shop in front of Binsky as that loose puck was waiting to be shot in by the Bruins, but the Jackets with good active sticks preventing that, and they clear it the length of the ice just to relieve the pressure. Miller now in for the draw for the Jackets, and again controlled by Chicago, and again a point shot. Davies gets that puck up but not out. Thomas can't control it. Now Davies behind her net. Goes off of Talibi. Talibi having a hard time clearing the zone here. And finally, her sister, Lily Talibi, gets it to Reagan Davies. Davies now goes in behind her net. That puck rolls off the toe of her stick, but she's able to finally get it. Puck is dumped right back in by Chicago. And now out front, Chicago with free opportunity, but Talibi's there to get it. And now Thomas on the left-hand side's got Bella Talibi for assistance. No pass made, and the Jackets have to chase back here, and we're going to get an icing call on Chicago Bruins as Jackets got into the zone, and all it wanted was a touch, but Thomas couldn't find that pass, and the Bruins send it the length of the ice with 11:29 left in the second period. Here at the CCM World Invite, we're in Royal Oak, Michigan. Look that one up on the map, right? Don't drink the water, it's close to Flint. Poke check now, and Jackets can keep it in the zone. Taylor will chase it down, but the Bruins now with it. Left-hand side, 2-on-1. Bruins. Binsky equal to the task. Big pillow save there by the veteran netminder. Now Hayden, left-hand side, opens up. Hayden fires it high and wide. It's going to be collected by Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock tries to shovel it out front, but it goes off the top of her stick. And now Jenna Day in the half boards. Jenna Day now with Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock and Day can't come away with the puck. That is going to squirt the length of the ice. We're going to get an icing call on Chicago. 10:36 left in the second. I'd like to give a huge, massive, epically big, grand shout out to my wife Robin, who is manning the camera and seeing all of your messages. So without her, this is impossible. So we do appreciate her hard work on the iPad. Face off now for the Jackets. Jenna Day in. The Bruins are going to control that. Taylor and Lemmerbrock. That puck is high up and out of the zone, but Talibi can't corral it, but Reagan Davies with it. Davies now finds Jenna Day. Chipped ahead by Davies, and now back the other way come the Bruins. Taylor on the back check. Good work by Addison Taylor to negate the scoring opportunity for Chicago. And this one is still tied up 1-1 with 10 minutes left in the second period. And stick save there by Binsky. Controlled by the Bruins. And that puck trickles out. Binsky can't cover it up. And Jackets having a hard time now clearing their lines. Good work by Chicago. Picked off by Jenna Day. Up and out of the zone. Day's trying to find Taylor. Left-hand side. She finds open ice. Taylor just rips it in to get the line change. Now that stretch pass. Davies doesn't make it. And Prahl's there to pick up the loose puck as it's sent in by Chicago. Davies and Rumpke on the near side. Pushed off the puck. That is going to go into the Bruins' end and collected by Chicago. Rumpke and Folk on the forecheck. Nice work by Loftus, but the Bruins come away with it. Into neutral ice they go. O'Connor with speed for the Bruins. Poke check by Prahl. Good work as she was just looking to pop that trigger. Get the shot off, but Prahl kept it nicely. Puck finally cleared out. It's going to go the length of the ice, and the Jackets going to ice it and get rid of that pressure. 8:38 left in the second. 1-1 your score between the Columbus Blue Jackets 19U and the Chicago Bruins 19U. Chicago Bruins coming in number 7 in the My Hockey rankings. Jackets at 50. Oh, Jen Travers is here. Hey. It's good to see Jen Travers watching. And happy Veterans Day to all of the veterans who are either tuned in or watching, including myself. Happy Veterans Day to all of us. Sacrifices we made for our country do not go unnoticed. So thank you, and thank you. Meanwhile, back on the ice, Loftus on a nice defensive zone. Folk stretches that pass to Rumpke, far side. Good work. Morgan Rumpke fires it stick to side. That's the first shot of the period for the Jackets. And Loftus now behind the net, out front. Rumpke can't grab it. Hayden now, she'll fire it in. That goes off a skate and just wide. And that, lucky enough it didn't break somebody's blade, because I'll tell you what, Nellie Hayden, she can bring the heat with that shot. That puck is going to squirt out, go the length of the ice. We're going to get an icing call with 7:42 left. And, boy, you know what? This timekeeper's letting that clock go 2 seconds after he blows the whistle. They want to get out of here. Maybe they got beer to drink tonight. I don't know. But it's constant after every – yeah, it's late, right? And we didn't get on till late. We were supposed to go at 9:20, and we didn't get on till late. So Miller now to Davies. Davies fires. That puck sticked high from Talibi. Yeah, it's a little bit late. So, you know, the referees, I mean, they got things to do. And so does the timekeeper. He's just letting this clock go. A couple seconds after the whistle, he's like, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Try that in an NHL game and see what happens. Right? Like, give these girls the opportunity. Let's not run the clock on them. Let's just let them play. Lily Talibi now out left looking for Davies. It's too far ahead of her. Thomas will pressure, but here come the Bruins back the other way. Talibi on the poke check. She's played well this weekend. And now Reagan Davies to Sarah Thomas. Sarah Thomas battling on the backhand, and that puck will not escape out of the zone. Not escape out of the zone. Referee's not in position. They're saying it didn't go out. Now Davies will collect it with 6:50 left here in the second. Davies with speed. Now back the other way. And here we go with the breakaway. Shot just wide as Binsky's outstretched glove was enough to fend off any kind of shot attempt. And now Miller finds Davies, and Davies ahead for Talibi, but Talibi can't keep that puck on her stick. And now the Bruins come back the other way. Chipped ahead. We're going to get a deflection. No icing as Lily Talibi with the puck. Davies lifts the stick to Bella. Bella down to Miller. Miller now center ice. Miller, and Miller couldn't pull the trigger, and a good stick lift by the Bruins. That was a great breakout, but now the Bruins shot, and a big save by Molly Binsky with 5:55 left. That puck is going to escape out of the zone, and now the Jackets need to get after it. This is not going to be an icing call. Jackets going for a wholesale change here. Oh, nice work by Bella Talibi on the check here in the offensive zone to keep that puck there. And now Jenna Day behind the net looking for Talibi out front of the backhand. It goes off the outside of the cage, and now Najla Hayden will track back for the Jackets inside the zone. 5:25 left in the period. Up looking for Prawl. Kept in by Chicago. Poke checked out. And Taylor tries to lift the stick, but the Bruins now fire that puck in front of Binsky. Never gave her any problems. Taylor with it. Addison Taylor, she's pinned against the boards. The puck is in between her skates and finally broken out by Chicago. Hayden with it now as the Jackets having a hard time clearing their lines here. Chicago enjoying much of the play. Hayden on the poke check, but the Jackets cannot get a hold of that puck. Finally, Jenna Day, the center, goes back to her own end boards. Now Lemmerbrock will chase it down. Lemmerbrock pushed off the play. That check was not called. Wow. Sticked aside by Binsky there with 4:20 left in the second. And now Lemmerbrock, she'll get that puck on her forehand. Out to Taylor. Taylor with speed. Taylor around one, around two, and she'll go into the far side corner. What the hell? And we got to call that. And there's the delayed penalty. Talibi fires. That puck is finally touched up. The referee put his arm up. Some people probably need to watch the play. Sorry for the vulgarities there. That was not my doing. That was the master's gene coming out. What the fire truck was that? So the Jackets on their first power play of the game. Of the weekend. Thank you. At the 3:59 mark. Jackets. And now back behind the play. Chicago controls that faceoff, and they'll go in deep. On the stretch pass from Davies, looking for Lemmerbrock. Nice active stick. Taylor will chase it back with 3:38 left in the period. The power play is only a minute and 30 here for the 19Us. USA Hockey rules. Taylor now with speed. She'll find Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock gets it at the blue line, fires it in, and that puck on the rebound, and Taylor can't jam it home. And the goalie makes a spectacular save, and those seconds tick off the clock after the whistle again. Crazy. I just don't get it. 3:23 left here in the period. 54 left in the man advantage for the Jackets. Jackets not unable to control that face-off. It goes off of Davies, and she'll have to track back to get it as Hayden's shot was echoed off of the netminder. Sorry, off of the shin pad. Now Loftus with it. She'll wrap it around. Lemmerbrock's going to have to race after it. It's a foot race, and the clearance pass by Hayden was not strong enough. Imagine that, because usually Najla can just rip it. And now here is Chicago, and Chicago enjoying the pressure. Jackets not able to set anything up. Loftus now with it, and that puck finally down to Lemmerbrock. 2-on-1, Lemmerbrock and Taylor, right-hand side. Lemmerbrock fires and goes high and wide. 9 seconds left in the man advantage for the Jackets. And here comes Chicago down the left-hand side, shorthanded. Hayden takes her player to the boards, and penalty expires. We're back to even strength. Jackets unable to convert on the power play. That puck goes high and never makes it on net. Sticked aside by Binsky, and now the pressure coming from Chicago. Puck skipped out, and Taylor's going to chase after it. Taylor now has one on her. Addie Taylor on the backhand, and we're going to get a whistle here. They're going to say play it. No whistle. The referees want this one over. They are not going to blow the whistle. They have swallowed their whistles. Rumpke's just going to dump it in. They have got a date or something tonight, because these referees are just letting the play go. Folk now along the half boards. And here comes Chicago back the other way. Offside on the Bruins, as Burke was ahead of the play for Chicago. 1:36 left here in the second. Still 1-1. Jackets and Bruins from the John Lindell Ice Arena in Royal Oak, Michigan. Like I said, Google it. Give me a quick fact here on the comments, because I don't know much about this place other than the Madhouse is a really good place to eat. They got really good pizza, even though I didn't have any. It was recommended by the hotel. We tried it. Good place. Folk with the puck along the half boards. She has her stick lifted, but Elena Prahl's there to clear it. They'll go the length of the ice. We're going to get a whistle. And 2 seconds off the clock from the whistle. Every time. 2 seconds. That's his game plan. 2 seconds. He must be ready for something. I don't know. Maybe it's past his bedtime. I don't know. Pay per game and not hourly. We got to get these things. It's probably the last game of the evening, though, with a minute 15 left. Be a defensive zone face-off for the Jackets. Miller in for the draw, controlled by Chicago, and they've won the lion's share of the face-offs here tonight. Miller on the poke check, goes out to the slot. That puck high, and bouncing puck, and it actually hit a high stick, but it's covered up by Binsky with a minute 4 left here in the second. Remember, no ice cut here between the second and the third, so don't go anywhere. Get up, use the toilet, whatever, get a drink, get some food, whatever. Emily Moorsdorf, hey, good to see that you're in and watching this game, along with Corey Keck. Fantastic that you are here and watching. Oh, and another hit. Wow, and player gets dumped in the head. Davies gets just railroaded and no call. And these referees, I'm telling you, not calling anything, not even calling the stuff they should be calling. Finally, Davies gets up and she's just going to ice the puck. And that was egregious, and no call on that with 23 left in the second period. Davies gets just basted. No call. Referees see it otherwise, and I have to beg to differ there. Defensive zone faceoff for the Jackets. Jenna Day in. It's tied up. She gets tripped, no call. Lemmerbrock is able to backhand it out of the zone. The Bruins will have to touch up as they're all offside. Through neutral ice, picked up by Taylor, but it skips off her backhand with 8 seconds left now in the period. Binsky will just keep that alive, and now Hayden fires it to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock looking for Taylor. The buzzer goes at the end of 2. It's 1-1. No scoring here in the second between the Bruins from Chicago and the Jackets from Columbus. No ice cut. Both teams will switch sides here, and we will get the third period underway shortly. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Blue Jackets hockey. All right, Jackets fans. Third period about to get underway. We got Taylor, Lemmerbrock, and Davies, and Lily Talibi out there. Referees are ready. Players are ready. Puck is dropped. Jackets to control the faceoff. Davies now in front of the Chicago bench. And now Day over to Taylor. Taylor fires, and she doesn't get anything on it, unfortunately. Just went off the heel of her stick. Talibi now on the poke check. Lemmerbrock just tosses it into the far side corner. Nice work out front, and no, Lily Talibi back with it for the Jackets. Poke checked away. Talibi taking a little too long on that puck. Jackets going to have to track back now. Good work by Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock had an absolute gem in the first game. Here we go with Day on the right-hand side. Day is pressured by one. She does well. Wow. Oh, my God. How is that even legal? How is that even legal? That has to be a 10. That's got to be a 10. Yeah, that was a horrible check. I mean, that should be a 2 and a 10. Numbers were showing, and she ran her head first into the boards. Absolute garbage. Garbage play, garbage call. Garbage. Jackets on the power play for the second time, but there is no place for that in our game. That was a dirty hit. Dirty. Jackets on the power play for the second time. They're 0 for 1. Taylor now out top to Davies. Davies fires, hits a stick. Loftus fires it. It goes off a stick and up and out of play. Minute 12 left in the man advantage for the Jackets. 13:49 left in the period. Jackets control the faceoff. Hayden fires it. Goes off of a Hello? Are we there? I don't know what's happening. We've had some technical difficulties here. Hello, hello. I have no idea if you are hearing me or not. Jackets unable to convert on the power play. They're over 2 tonight. Had a headset issue. Hayden now with the puck with 12:10 left. That puck will echo just wide of Binsky's glove side off the end boards and collected by the Bruins. Big pad save by Binsky. Rumpke can't find the puck. Away with it come the Bruins. Loftus pushes her man off the puck. Rumpke now along the half boards. Out to the point. Cross ice by the Bruins. 11:45 left in the third. It's still 1-1 your score between the Jackets and the Bruins. Bruins fire and a glove save by Binsky. 11:31 left in the period. Defensive zone faceoff. Miller in for the draw. Won by the Bruins. Bruins winning faceoffs now. Nice poke check by Miller to keep the shot from coming in. Great stick work by the center. She lost the faceoff. Turnaround play by Binsky. She'll cover up. Get the whistle. We'll do it again here with 11:17 left in the third. Still knotted up at ones between the Bruins and the Jackets. Faceoff will be to the left of Binsky now. Miller stays on for the draw. Bella Talibi and Sarah Thomas. Miller finally wins this one, but Talibi can't control it. Puck is fired wide of Binsky's stick side. Thomas collects it. That puck is chipped up but not out. Along the half boards, Davies can't corral the puck. Miller will give chase out front. Bella Talibi unable to get the puck, and good work by Chicago to keep the puck in the zone. But now Davies with a stretch pass for Talibi. It's going to go the length of the ice. They're going to wave that off. I don't know how that wasn't icing, but it wasn't icing. Miller now with it at the half boards. Fires it in on a quick shot, and the goalie had to be quick on that one as it was going 5-hole. She did that a couple years ago against this Bruins team and ended up scoring. It's almost exact same play. Davies from her knees. She scored from there, so she's pretty used to that. Talibi now to herself off the end boards. Talibi will stop, set up shop, and go out to Davies at the point. Davies fires. That puck is going to be gloved down as Thomas was in front looking for any kind of juicy rebound to come out of that. 10:08 left in the period, 1-1, your score. Yeah, the fire truck. That's the best word. If you're going to say the F word, it's got to be fire truck. Jackets now in the zone. Oh, I got to love it. Fire truck, fire truck, fire truck. Puck up and out of play. 9:53 left here in the third. Fire truck. I digress. Jenna Day in for the draw to the left of the Bruins. That puck goes in. Oh, and Addison Taylor can't pull the trigger. That bouncing puck. She was right there on the doorstep. And away come the Bruins back the other way. Bruins now fires. Oh, and it goes off of Binsky's helmet. They tried to go high blocker side. Glove side, sorry. Lemmerbrock with it now. Lemmerbrock 1-on-3. Nice left-handed pass to Taylor. Taylor now leaves it for Prawl. Prawl pinches in, but she doesn't get the puck. 1-on-3 the other way for the Bruins. And Binsky's equal to the task, and Jenna Day's back to pick it up. Here we go with Taylor. Now this game opening up a little bit here in the third period. 9 minutes to play. Now Jenna Day with the puck. Picked up by Lily Talibi. Talibi fights off one to Taylor. Taylor, it's got Lemmerbrock, and Lemmerbrock was offside. A little bit ahead of the play. We're going to whistle at 8:47 left in the first. Color's your fire truck. My fire truck's red. Truck, fire truck. Loftus for the draw. The Jackets. Rumpke. She takes a high stick, no call. Rumpke took that one off the visor. Loftus now high slot fires, goes off a skate. Rumpke on the follow-up. That puck bobbling in front and covered up by the Bruins goalie. Good Jackets pressure there from Loftus and Rumpke. 8:35 left in the third. Jackets knotted up with the Bruins 1-1. Like I said, we're coming in here. The Jackets and the Bruins, they always play each other tough. We've played 3 games against them, and it's always a close game. Rumpke now from Falk. Rumpke fires. That puck is going to be picked up by the Jackets. No, it's not. It's actually picked up by the Bruins. Kept in by the Jackets now. Was that rebound couldn't be converted by the Columbus team here. And now from her knees, the Chicago Bruins back the other way. Left-hand side now the Bruins. Out front, Reagan Davies calculates that. And here comes Davies the other way with speed. She'll gain the blue line. Davies goes in and bowls her way to the puck. Rumpke's squeezed off of it. Davies can't control it. Prawl's going to pinch in here. She's got to be careful. If she doesn't get the puck, she does, and that puck is going to be sent the length of the ice as the Bruins just killing the pressure here with 7:38 left. Every time it's 2 seconds. Every time. Every time. The referee blows the whistle. 2 seconds later, the clock stops. That's right. Miller in for the draw for the Jackets. Controlled by the Bruins. Kept in nicely by Hayden. Thomas can't corral it, and the Bruins come back the other way through neutral ice. Jackets got to get back here. With speed come the Bruins. Hayden now out to Thomas. Thomas looking for Talibi. That puck was out of the zone and no offside. Finally backhanded out by Hayden. 7:15 left here in the third period. The John Lindell Ice Center, Royal Oak, Michigan. Again, waiting for those fun facts for Royal Oak. That puck will go out of the zone. You can either Google those or you can watch the game. I'd prefer you watch the game. But I don't know what goes on in Royal Oak. Prawl just rips it, and that should have been an offside call, but they let it go. Wow, this is comedic. Come the Bruins into the Jackets zone. Out front, Hayden. Hayden banks it, looking for Day. 2-on-2 here with Taylor. Day and Taylor. Taylor just backhands it in. She'll chase after it. Good work by Addie Taylor. Wrapped around. Talibi can't corral it. Now back the other way. Can't pinch on that. 2-on-1 with Chicago, and that puck is nice save by Binsky, and that rebound collected by the Jackets. Good back check here by Columbus. Comes Lemmerbrock, gets it out of the zone. Taylor can't grab it. We're going to get a penalty here. Taylor is going to go for tripping at the 5:50 mark of the third period. So the second power play now for the Bruins. Minute 30, Addison Taylor for tripping. It'll be Lemmerbrock, Day, Davies, and Prawl for the Jackets penalty kill. Minute 30 on the PK clock. Face off to the left of Binsky. 5:50 left in the period. Still tied 1-1. Chicago Bruins control that face off. That puck never makes it on net as it went off Lemmerbrock's stick. Chicago trying to set things up. They'll go from point to shot, and that out front, that puck goes just wide of Binsky. Elena Prawl gets dumped in front. No call. That puck fires off of Binsky. Another big save by Molly Binsky, and now Reagan Davies. Get out of the way, ref. You're on skates. Use them. And she'll just pop that up and out. We're going to have an offside call here as that was kicked into the zone by Chicago. 54 seconds left in the Addison Taylor minor for tripping. 5:13 left in the third. Jackets and Bruins tied up at 1. Bruins control that face-off. I'll go into the zone here. It's Davies on the back end. Banks it looking for Loftus. She'll just feather it out on her back end. Good job by Cindy Loftus. Wow, that was offsides by about 8.5 miles. What are you calling? How? Wait a minute. That was an offside call. What is going on? So the Bruins are offside and they get a face-off in the offensive zone?
Earn your money today.
What is that all about? I don't even know how to qualify that. I'm done. I don't know what to say. Loftus has that puck go out of the zone. Folk with good pressure here on the shorthanded advantage. Davies with it now. She'll wait, gather up some speed through neutral ice. Goes by 1, goes by 2, leaves it for Folk. Back the other way come the Bruins. 4 seconds left on the power play. That 2-on-1 shot picked up by Binsky, and that puck goes just wide. Jackets kill off the power play. Back to even strength, our Columbus. With 4:12 left here in the period. Chicago fires it. That puck goes just wide. Binsky covers it up. We're going to Puck is down behind the net. Out front, never makes it on net. It goes off a stick wide. Now Reagan Davies with it. Davies. She just looks to dump that out. Here goes Addison Taylor. Addison Taylor going in on net. Oh, and stick aside. Great save by the goalie. Goalie didn't know whether to come or go. Taylor on the backhand. Can't convert it. With 3:36 left in the period, the Jackets almost score. It's 1-1 still here. Exciting stuff. End-to-end action here between the Bruins and the Jackets. God, I need a beer. Miller back to Hayden off the faceoff. Hayden fires it. Oh, off the mask. And Miller now battles in the corner. She gets pressed by two. Hayden finally let one rip, and it went off the mask. That didn't feel good. Hayden's rip. She fires it off a Miller's skate. Miller chases it in, and Thomas is there, but 3:15 left in the period. Talibi, Bella on the forecheck now. The Jackets trying to create some pressure. Hayden now fires it back in. Good work by Hayden on the blue line. She'll collect it again. Thomas can't get it, and back come Chicago the other way. 3-on-1 if they want it. Nice stick save by Molly Binsky. She'll cover up. And what a save by Molly Binsky. Two quick saves in succession. Jackets doing well to get back on the back check with 2:51 left in the third. And like I said, this thing going end to end here, north to south, between the Jackets and the Chicago Bruins. Whew. Third period action. Light a match. Bruins off the faceoff, fired in. That's tipped wide of the net. Talibi now up to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock skips by one. 1-on-3 for the Jackets. 3-on-1. Here comes Lemmerbrock. Day and Taylor. Lemmerbrock fires. Oh, she hits the post. Oh, but he's calling it a goal. Lemmerbrock. And that's the second straight C for Avery Lemmerbrock. She pointed to the net. The Chicago bench is furious, but we're lighting them up here in Detroit. And boom goes the cannon. And that went bar out. And boom, we've got a goal. Avery Lemmerbrock with a second ESPN highlight of the day. Write that one down. What a goal. I thought it bounced up and off the goal. Yeah. The referee signaled goal immediately. And it's 2-1 Jackets. At the 2:32 mark of the third period, the Jackets with Avery Lemmerbrock. Wow. Let's go. You pointed goal. Let's go. Call on the ice stands. Let's rock and roll, girls. Hey, get to center ice. Rock and roll. Jackets with the lead, baby. Avery Lemmerbrock with the howitzer. How you doing? Expect a lot of pressure now. Here come the Jackets back the other way. Jenna Day gets dumped. Referee's not going to call it. Wow, and then Taylor gets slammed into the boards. Now here we go with up to Day. Day to Lemmerbrock. Oh, no, Taylor can't drive it home. Puck is out in front. Goal! Goal! Jenna Day! Cut their throats, baby! What a goal! A dirty, gritty goal. The Jackets up by 2.
That's for you, Mamaw Papa.
Jenna Day making it 3-1 Jackets. How are you doing, Chicago? The Jackets getting after it now. They've already drawn blood, and they're Expect a big-time pressure from Chicago. Loftus with the puck. Under 2 minutes to go. Loftus behind her net. She'll find Falk. Falk can't clear it out. She finally does. Rumpke gives chase. Near side boards. Jackets on top of the Hawks here. Top of the Bruins here, 3-1. Jackets in 50th position in the country. The Hawks in 7th. This is unprecedented for the Jackets if they can hold this off for another minute and 30 seconds left. Sorry if I get a little excited. I hope you don't mind. This has been a heck of a game. Offside now with 1:20, 1:19 left in the period. And the Jackets on the fringe of greatness here as the Hawks don't even know how to respond to this.
Secret play, guys. Secret play.
They're going to try the flea flicker. Yeah, Hawks, Bruins. I don't know. You're wearing the Hawks. I want to say Hawks all the time. But it is the Bruins. You're right. And now Elena Prawl just chips that one out. We'll watch for the Chicago goalie to come out of the net. Let's go Jackets, huh? Under a minute to go in the third. Let's go Jackets. You guys are chanting it at home. I know you are. Let's go Jackets. 48 seconds left. Let's go Jackets. Prawl just pinning her player up against the boards. Nice work by Loftus on the back end. Along the end boards, good work by Cindy Lou Loftus. Having another good weekend is the senior from Springfield, Ohio. Reagan Davies back there, 30 seconds left. Falk with the puck now. Right-hand side, chips it up and out. That'll be on net, no icing. Rumpke goes in and we'll get an offensive zone face-off with 24 seconds left in the period. Miller out for the draw. Jackets get a line change in here. It'll be Prawl and Davies on the back end. Miller, Thomas, and Talibi to the left of the Chicago Bruins goal. Jackets win the faceoff for Miller. Thomas will chase it down. Prawl now, neutral ice. She flings it in, looking for Talibi. Talibi now gains the blue line. Talibi, she'll just carry it back into neutral ice. 9 seconds left. The Jackets are going to beat the Bruins in the CCM World Selects. Davies in front of her own net. The buzzer's going to go in a second. Here goes Davies. Reagan Davies. And the Jackets are victorious against the Bruins by a score of 3-1. And they mob Molly Binsky. The Jackets 3-1. 2 late goals in the third by Lemmer Brock and Jenna Day, and the Jackets are 2-0 in the CCM World Invite here in Detroit. What a game from your Columbus Blue Jackets. Wow, it was a pleasure to bring it to you. I'm just lost for words. This was fantastic. As both teams now do the handshakes at center ice, what a great effort by both teams today. Whew, I think I need a rest. Wow, man, I hope I was able to bring that excitement to you because, man, it was exciting here, and the Jackets beat the Bruins. Jackets victorious against the Bruins. They will face off tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern, against the Anaheim Lady Ducks. Hope you'll be with us. I hope my voice is back because I think it's going. I may have to have a little adult bevy to make sure that I don't lose my voice. But hey, thanks for tuning in. We are going to recap the scoring. The Jackets on the board with Reagan Davies on her knees from the face-off circle, the 14:38 mark of the first period. The Bruins get on the board their only goal at the 9:31 mark. And then in the third period, it was Avery Lemmerbrock and then Jenna Day to round out the scoring, and the Jackets victorious against the Bruins, and that takes them to 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie all time against the Bruins. So, again, thanks for tuning in. Sorry for our technical difficulties. Sorry for any vulgarities that may have been said. We will see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Hopefully you can tune in. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe.